The Porsche BWT GT3 Cup Challenge Middle East heads to the Bahrain International Circuit for the penultimate round of the season. With 11 of the 16 races of this season complete, the drivers are keeping a keen eye on the standings and how to improve their position in the crucial stage of the season. Defending champion Al Faisal Al Zubair enters round 5 with a comfortable lead of 41 points ahead of Turkey's Berke Besler and JB Simonau from France. But it's still all to play for, and any mistake could prove very costly.
Just focus on getting good points and having a good race, just finishing. Obviously a win is always my goal, but the championship is my head. So second place is really good place to start.
I will do my best to win the championship, but the gap between Faisal is a little bit big, but let's see what happens.
Always the same, always try to win the races, but it's not easy. The other drivers are also very fast, so I always try to do the best.
Try to avoid as many accidents as possible, and if we can get it together and just come away with good results in all 3 races, it's obviously going to be a really good step.
My focus is being as quick as possible, and as always, there's no pressure in terms of how I need to perform. I just need to put the performance in and it'll come.
I just focus on doing the best I can and finishing as high as possible, hopefully winning.
Round 4 featured 2 thrilling races on the spectacular Formula 1 track in Abu Dhabi. Dylan Pereira of Luxembourg took the win in race 1, followed by Besler and Al Zubair.
I just saw my mechanic and engineer just go push. I say, okay, let's go for another couple of tenths because it would be close. So at the end it was quite okay.
Al Faisal Al Zubair prevailed in race 2 and extended his lead in the championship.
From second to first now, so another win in the championship. Definitely a good way to end the weekend, and yeah, long break now, so good time to focus and reset for next.
Berke Besler and Dylan Pereira completed the podium in 2nd and 3rd position.
I was finished 3rd, but because of the penalty I went to 2nd place. It was a good weekend. I'm really happy about the results.
All drivers are eager to get back into race action on the Grand Prix track in Sakhir. A good result would be a confidence boost ahead of the final round as an official support race to the Formula 1 Grand Prix weekend in Bahrain.
Obviously Bahrain is really abrasive on the tires, so you got to keep the first few laps steady just to keep the tires till the end. So a bit of strategy work is going to happen in the race, but we'll see how it goes.
The track surface is different every time. If there's a bit of sand in certain places, it kind of changes every time we come back here. So there's always something to learn when you come back to Bahrain.
The track is very good, but not easy to drive the car. Also, comparing to the last race in Bahrain, the track is a little bit more dustier than the last time.
Bahrain is a different spirit because we need to be very good on braking and also to make the lap time very fast because it's very hard for the tires. So I like this track because I have the shape of the track, but it's hard to put everything together.
The qualifying for race 1 is on. Khalid Al-Wahibi from Oman puts together a near-perfect lap and is rewarded with his first pole position of the season.
I came across the line and saw a 2:02.3, but I wasn't sure if it was enough because yesterday they did a 2:02.1. And on my 2nd lap I was going a bit faster, but the red flag came out anyways. So yeah, it's a shame, but it's still pole, so I'm happy with that.
Al Faisal Al Zubair is 2nd fastest, making it an all-Omani front row on the grid.
The track it felt good. It was my first time back in the car in a month. Going into qualifying straight definitely wasn't ideal, but the result was great, so I'm happy with it, and yeah, can't complain.
Local hero Isa Abdullah Al Khalifa clocks the third fastest lap.
It feels good. The track's good. The track's quicker than it ever was, and everyone's really competitive. But it's good. I'm happy with my pace.
Al Wahibi and Al Zubair have contact right after the start.
The actual race start was terrible, so yeah, I lost the lead automatically.
JB Simonow makes the best of it and takes the lead. Behind the top three, several drivers battle it out for positions 4 to 10. In a fight for P5, Max van Splunteren crashes into Leon Kohler's rear, causing his car to spin. Both cars take damage from the collision and have to retire from the race. Al Zubair puts pressure on leader Simonow, waiting for a mistake from the young Frenchman. At the end of the start-finish straight, Al Zubair outbrakes him and takes the lead.
Faisal was faster than me, so he come back on me, and I didn't try to fight too much with him to keep the tires alive.
Isa Abdullah Al Khalifa is close on Al Wahibi's heels, trying to regain P3. A daring move by Simonow takes him back into the lead. Hard to believe that the 18-year-old just made his road driving license a couple of months ago. South Africa's Saul Hack works his way up to P5 and reduces the gap to Al Khalifa and Al Wahibi. JB Simonow takes the checkered flag for his first win in the championship. Al Faisal Al Zubair finishes second. Khalid Al Wahibi fends off all attacks by Al Khalifa and finishes in P3.
I'm very happy because it's the second one of the seasons. We work a lot with the team to have it, so we're all very happy about it.
It was really good, putting in the fact that I didn't test at all, I think made a bit of a difference. But no excuses, I think we drove a really good race.
I'm really happy to come away with third, my first overall podium. So yeah, good positives this weekend, a second pole and first podium.
Good race overall, 7th to 4th. Issa also got a penalty, so I think it went in my favour.
For a full decade, the Porsche GT3 Cup Challenge Middle East has dominated the professional racing scene in the region. Since its inception in 2009, the series has nurtured and inspired talented rookies, emerging stars, and veterans alike. A worthy occasion to celebrate this remarkable achievement by Lechner Racing and Porsche Middle East and Africa.
The GT3 Cup Challenge is the longest standing racing series in the Middle East, and as a brand it's a great platform for us, and we're really happy to have Walter organizing it, or together with Walter having this in the region for 10 years.
I would like to thank Porsche Middle East and Africa, having behind us ever since the beginning, and hopefully in the coming years as well. And last but not least, I would like to thank the drivers and all the people who support the drivers. We always will be staying the feeding ground for top GT racing. We look at the talents from the region. There was nothing really else besides the Porsche GT3 Cup Challenge to move into GT racing anywhere in Europe or worldwide. Well, I'm very proud, to have started here 10 years ago.
The qualifying for race 2 is underway. Berke Besler finds the best line around the track for pole position.
It's the first pole of the season and of my career in car racing, so I'm really happy. I'm looking forward to the race.
JB Simonau qualifies on P2. Saul Hack starts from 3rd. JB Simonau has a brilliant start and overtakes pole setter Berke Besler in the first corner. Behind the leading duo, Saul Hack, Al Zubair and Leon Kohler are in a tussle for P3. Kohler makes a move on Hack in lap 3 and takes 3rd position.
Leon had a really good start, he passed me. And then he was fighting with Saul, he got past.
2 laps later, Al Zubair also finds a way past Hack, but the South African fights back and reclaims P4. It's a fierce duel for the win. Besler fights back in lap 6 and takes the lead.
At the beginning, he was a bit faster than me. He overtook me, surprised me a bit when he overtook me.
Al Zubair benefits from Hack's lockup in lap 8 and slips past him. The 2 youngsters at the head of the field deliver a brilliant battle for the win. Their positions change constantly. Further back in the field, Khalid Al-Wahibi and Isa Abdullah Al-Khalifa battle it out for P6, with the better end for Al-Khalifa. Simonau makes a final attempt on Besler, but the young Turk defends well and takes his first win of the season.
After I overtook him, I did some mistakes to the end of the race. Then he overtook me again. Then I was pushing really hard to overtake because I was waiting to win the race, and I was waiting this for a long time. I'm super happy to finish first.
It was a good race. I was thinking I will overtake him back at the end. It's okay, second place, it's still very good.
It was possible to overtake Hack on the outside on the first corner. That was a special overtake for me. It was really nice and a really nice race.
Finishing 4th, started 4th, and then by the time I overtook Saul, it was a bit too late, so I just thought keep it consistent and finish the race in that position.
I managed to get back into a bit of a race pace and keep up with Faisal and give him a little bit of a go. But every time I locked up, I just kept on losing that little bit of traction that I could get. And in the end, tried one last go on the last lap, but it wasn't enough. So P5 and P2 in the Pro-Am, I think I'll take the points.
decided to stick with Sol and Faisal to see what happened. They fought quite a lot, and I think that slowed us down a lot. The guys in front pulled away, and Isa behind was able to catch. It was just difficult at the end with the front end, so we need to work on that.
Leon Kohler is a young racing talent from Germany. He learned his racecraft in the Formula 4 and was crowned European karting champion in 2017.
My name is Leon Kohler, I'm 19 years old and here is my driver minute. I won the European Championship in 2017, this was one of my best moments. Last year, the Formula 4 season, the result was so bad. It was one of the worst seasons I ever had. My favorite racetrack is Bahrain and Dubai. And in Germany, Nürburgring. My dream is to be a DTM driver, a German Touring Championship, and or a Porsche factory driver. In the winter season, some snowboarding, and in the summer, jogging or something like that.
Reigning champion Al Faisal Al Zubair shows his full potential and clocks the fastest lap in the qualifying for race 3.
I think my goal is always to do as best as possible. So qualifying the races, so it's definitely a great thing. And with the margin we had, really happy about that. I think we haven't gotten pole in a while now. The last 2 rounds maybe. So definitely good to start back again and feeling better than yesterday.
JB Simonau starts from P2.
Yeah, good lap. I still miss a bit compared to Faisal, but I'm happy about the result. P2 again for the start of the race. It will be a tough race, I think, because when I look compared to the others, Bessler is fast also, so I will have to fight a lot for the race.
Berke Besler is 3rd on the grid.
Well, it was fine, but the track was sliding a little bit. I had some oversteer in the car, but still not a bad result. I'm looking forward to the second race. I will start on pole. Let's see what happens. The feeling of the car was so similar, but I felt something different a little bit. But we will see and look at the data, then we will do everything.
Simonau pulls off another fantastic start and takes the lead through turn 1. Besler defends his 3rd position against Saul Hack. In midfield, Leon Kohler has to fend off several attacks from pro driver Max van Splunteren. Al Zubair makes an attempt on race leader Simonau in lap 5. Excellent racing from both drivers as the battle goes on for the best part of this lap. Besler closes the gap to the front and passes Al Zubair for P2. Ali Al Khalifa gains a position against Thomas Carlson. Kohler, Van Splinteren and Isa Abdullah Al Khalifa are racing wheel to wheel for positions 6 to 8. Besler takes the lead in lap 8, but the battle for the win is far from over. It's a nail-biting fight for the win in the final laps, with positions changing constantly. One of the most exciting races this season ends with a win for JB Simonauer. The first 4 cars finish within less than 2 seconds. Berke Besler finishes second, ahead of Al Faisal Al Zubair.
The track was a bit different compared to the previous one, so it was a bit harder for me, I think. And then I just tried to fight with the other because I know that Faisal was a bit faster than me. I just tried to keep it behind. Then Besler come and I tried my best to stay in front of him.
From the middle of the race, the pace was there, and then I overtook Faisal, and then overtook GB. Then he overtook me again, and he won the race. But still, it was a good result.
I tried to not really battle a lot with JB, so we just stay away from Berke. And JB and Besler drove an amazing race, and I really enjoyed it.
Racing Porsche GT3 since 2005. It's an honor to be with this event, and like you all found out last night, me and Sheikh Salman, we support this championship 100%, and we would like to see it succeed. And I'm just grateful to be here, and 3 races, 3 podiums, and yeah, very happy.
Al Faisal Al Zubair leads the overall standings with 326 points ahead of Berke Besler with 285 and JB Simonauer with 251 points. Saul Hack clinches this season's Pro-Am title with 2 class wins this weekend and a round to spare. Behind him, Christopher Bergstrom, Isa Abdullah Al Khalifa and Leon Kohler are separated by only 3 points and will battle for 2nd and 3rd place in the last round. Sweden's Michael Knutsson is first in the AM standings, followed by Michael Sauer from Denmark and Michael Doppelmayr from Austria. Al Zubair tops the table in the GCC Championship ahead of Khalid Al Wahaibi and Isa Abdullah Al Khalifa. Stay tuned for the final and decisive round during the FIA Formula One race weekend in Bahrain.